aha moments or the take-home moments that I had when I was away was just, basically being on vacation, kind of living life on my terms, and knowing that while I was gone, that there was still revenue being generated from two different areas. One is from my traditional business, and one is from my Beachbody / network marketing business. And what I've realized is that, that's really the lifestyle that I'm interested in. I don't mind working because I'm doing things that I'm passionate about. But I like doing things on my terms. I like the fifth day of our vacation, we actually went to go get the kids down in South Florida. Went to my alma mater, set up some different lectures that I'm going to be doing for students. And I like to know that I don't have to ask my boss offer the time.
Right.
My alma mater asked me to do some lectures and do some CEU courses for other physical therapists and other nurses and health professionals, and I can do it. I just want to live life on my terms.
Right.
What I have realized is that I was not able to do that all the time. Even though I have owned Renewal Rehab for 10 years, probably for 8.5 years, I was just a self-employed business owner. So the truth of the matter is that when I did go on vacation, because I did go on vacation a few times, I had to basically build up the kitty before and work my tail off after, because I knew that there was going to be nothing coming in.
Right.
And that's not living life on your terms. That is understanding that, yes, I can leave when I want, but things won't get paid. Life can't go on too long with me gone. I'm not interested in doing that anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
I have no interest in it. So
that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I mean, to have so many things running through my head, it's funny because, when you're self-employed in a traditional business, you are it. And I don't remember the quote, so I'm going to paraphrase a little. And it said basically that I'd rather receive the efforts of 100 people versus one person or something like that.
Right.
I'd have to go and look at it.
Okay. It makes sense though.
So in other words, the bottom line is that you should have efforts from many, many, many people. Because here's where I go back. I'm kind of hitting on what you said. You said, well, my fifth day, I was thinking about, I met with, to your alma mater to basically talk to them. But the thing is that you had to come back here because you knew that your business needs to have you there.
Right.
So think about it this way: had your business been where you wanted it to be, or just in general, let's just say you didn't have a brick and mortar, traditional, right? You could still be on vacation from your laptop.
I could. That's what we're working towards right now. That's what we're working towards.
And
it's living life on your terms.
Right.
It's not a matter of saying, at least for me, it's not a matter of saying that I want to get to this point to not work. No, because for me, when I'm helping people, like that's where I get my joy. So, but I want to be able to do the other things as well.
Yeah.
If I wanted to stay another week, I want to be able to stay another week. And if I could work remotely from my tablet or from my phone, it's perfect.
I'll take it. Right.
So anyways, all right.
Yeah, so last thing I wanted to say is that, everybody knows, Mark Yarnell, rest in peace.
Right.
Great, awesome
network marketer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I was listening to something he said, and he goes, yeah, network marketers, we're the bastards of the industry or in industry in general, right? And then he talked about capitalism and that every other industry is accepted, like you said earlier.
Right.
Okay. And, so people are like, oh yeah, I want to be like him. I want to be like that athlete. I want to be like, I want to be like this doctor or that attorney or whatever. And it's funny because he used a great example. And again, I gotta kind of use a little bit of paraphrasing here. He said, he was talking about how if he was an NBA player and let's just say, that particular player, his dream was to be an NBA player. Right. And he went and he met with the Chicago Bulls coach. Okay. And the coach goes, hey, you know what, Mark, I'm glad you came. Great. It's just awesome to see you here. But you see that guy right there? his name is Philip whatever, you know, and I mean, I'm just using a name here.
Right.
And he makes 200,000, does pretty well. He doesn't play 1 minute, but he sits on the bench.
Right.
Basically.
Bench warmer.
Yeah, he sits on the bench, but we still pay him 200,000.
Right.
And one day, if you work really hard, you can be like him.
Right.
Right. So what he said was that the Chicago Bulls coach would never say that to him. He would say to him
to be like Michael Jordan.
He would point down to the next guy and go, but you see that guy right there, right?
Right.
Well, that's Michael Jordan.
Right.
And last year he made $18 million off of endorsements, just endorsements.
Right.
And if you work really hard and you're mentored by him, you can be just like that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And so the point he was making is that that's accepted.
Right.
And it's the biggest form of capitalism, and I guess that's how you would put it.
Right.
But our industry, why do we have to hide what we do?
Right.
And how much money we make? Because the FTC says you're not supposed to talk about that guy or that person makes $200,000 a month.
It is nice. It is nice for people to false dream. But the thing about network marketing is that it's right there for you.
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like the reason why it's pooed on a lot is because it exposes you.
Right.
It's there.
Yes.
We've seen it. The truth of the matter is that if MJ was not 6'6", but 4'6",
right,
he ain't making those 18 million off endorsements every single year.
That's true.
If you're 4'6", if you're 6'6", if you're 8'6", if you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're Asian, it doesn't matter. We've seen everybody in network marketing make it. It has to do with you.
Yes.
And that's to me is the difference. It's an expose. It exposes you. It exposes you.
That's awesome, man. And you have to elaborate. I know we probably don't have a whole lot of time left. So anyway,
it really does. It exposes you. At the end of the day, somebody said this to me. I remember this is when I was working on the tennis tour and I was working with some players.
Right.
It's a lot easier to say that I'm losing in a tennis match. Oh, this hurt. Oh, that hurt. It's really tough for people. No, seriously, it's really hard for people to say, I gave it my all and I still failed.
Right.
It's one of those things that you never want to go through. It's better just to have excuses. Network marketing takes all the excuses out.
It's individualized.
Yes. It's there for you. Are you willing to put into work? If you are, this is what you can have. This is where you'll get to. But it exposes you, and that's why people
say
it's
a scheme.
You got it.
Right. So there we go.
That's it, man.
We end it there, man.